On a scorching day in June 2017, what should have been a rite of passage for a young Boy Scout turned into a heartbreaking tragedy. Reid Comita, a 15-year-old from Texas, set out to complete one of his final challenges for the Eagle Scout rank, a rugged hike in the wilderness of Buffalo Trail Scout Ranch. With a combination of extreme heat, a grueling trail, and exhaustion, Reid would tragically lose his life that day, leaving his family and a community devastated. This is the story of Reid Comita, a promising young boy whose dreams and dedication came to a sudden and tragic end in the unforgiving heat of the Texas wilderness. To understand Reid's story, we must first know the young boy behind the tragedy. Reid Comita was a bright, kind, and determined 15-year-old from Keller, Texas. Like many Boy Scouts, Reid was deeply passionate about the outdoors. He loved camping, hiking, and learning survival skills that connected him to nature. Becoming an Eagle Scout, the highest rank in the Boy Scouts of America, is no small feat. It requires years of dedication, discipline, and hard work. Reid was determined to achieve this honor, joining the ranks of those who had proven their leadership, perseverance, and courage. For Reid, earning the Eagle Scout rank was a goal that symbolized his commitment to adventure and growth. One of the final steps in achieving this rank was to complete a long and challenging hike. Reid, always eager to push himself, prepared for what would be the final test of his abilities. The hike took place at the Buffalo Trail Scout Ranch, a remote camp located in the rugged Davis Mountains of West Texas. Known for its breathtaking scenery and challenging trails, the ranch is a popular destination for Boy Scouts looking to test their endurance and outdoor skills. But the Davis Mountains are no ordinary hiking grounds. With uneven terrain, little shade, and scorching temperatures during the summer months, the environment can be unforgiving. In June, the temperature regularly soars above 100 degrees Fahrenheit, 37 degrees Celsius, turning the ranch into a furnace where dehydration and heat exhaustion become very real threats. On June 12, 2017, Reid set out to tackle the hike under these harsh conditions. What started as a day of challenge and adventure would soon take a devastating turn. Reid's hike was meant to cover about 20 miles, an intense trek made even more dangerous by the heat of the Texas summer. He was participating in what's known as a shakedown hike, a final grueling test of endurance that would solidify his preparation and skill. For Reid, this hike was a key milestone in his journey to becoming an Eagle Scout. As the sun climbed higher into the sky, temperatures began to soar. The combination of intense heat, high humidity, and a challenging trail began to wear down even the most prepared hikers. Reid, though determined and resilient, was pushing himself to his physical limit. Heat exhaustion is one of the most dangerous conditions hikers face in extreme environments. Symptoms include dizziness and lightheadedness, severe fatigue and muscle cramps, nausea or vomiting, profuse sweating that eventually gives way to dry, clammy skin as the body's ability to regulate heat breaks down. If untreated, heat exhaustion can quickly escalate to heat stroke, a life-threatening condition where the body's internal temperature rises uncontrollably, leading to organ failure, confusion, and eventual loss of consciousness. As Reid continued along the trail, these warning signs likely began to appear. The heat was unrelenting, and every step brought him closer to his physical breaking point. Details of Reid's final hours remain sparse, but what is known paints a devastating picture. Alone and overwhelmed by exhaustion, Reid likely began to succumb to the heat. The trail, with its rugged landscape and scarce shade, provided little relief. By the time help arrived, Reid's condition had deteriorated beyond recovery. Emergency personnel responded quickly, but it was too late. Reid Comita was pronounced dead that day, the victim of heat stroke, a silent and merciless killer that can overwhelm even the most determined adventurers. The loss of Reid sent shockwaves through his family, his scout troop, and his community. A day that began with promise had ended in unimaginable grief. For Reid's family, the tragedy was unbearable. They had watched their son grow into a determined young man, excited to achieve his dreams. In the wake of his death, his parents spoke about Reid's passion for the outdoors and his dedication to achieving the Eagle Scout rank. His mother, Darla Comita, described him as a kind, thoughtful boy who loved adventure. She shared the heartbreak of knowing that Reid had pushed himself so hard, unaware of the danger he was in. Reid's story has since become a cautionary tale, a reminder of how quickly conditions in nature can turn deadly, even for those who are prepared and experienced. Reid Comita's death highlights the dangers of hiking in extreme heat and the importance of safety precautions when venturing into the wilderness. Key lessons that emerge from Reid's tragedy include: hydration is crucial. Always carry more water than you think you need and drink regularly, even before you feel thirsty. Know the conditions. Check weather forecasts and avoid hiking during peak heat hours. Recognize early symptoms. Know the signs of heat exhaustion and act quickly to rest, rehydrate, and cool the body. Pace yourself. Take frequent breaks in shaded areas and avoid overexertion. Though Reid's life was tragically cut short, his story continues to inspire conversations about safety, awareness, and the importance of preparedness in outdoor adventures. Reid's love for the outdoors and his determination to achieve his goals remain a powerful legacy, a reminder to live with passion, but also with caution. His family continues to honor Reid's memory by sharing his story and advocating for greater awareness of heat-related dangers in scouting and outdoor activities. If this story moved you, subscribe to Outdoor Tragedies. We bring you the true stories of survival, loss, and the lessons learned from nature's raw power. Stay informed, stay cautious, and always respect the wild.